Welcome back to the Dirty Shop. Today I'm going to be making a new knife, or a few knives, and do a giveaway on one of them. I'm going to make one of these for myself, I'm going to make one of them for you, and maybe a couple other ones. And I don't know, sometimes I just need something for gifts or whatever, or because it's just fun to make more than one of something sometimes. And this one should be pretty simple. What I'm going to make today is a bird knife. I didn't come up with this name myself or this design, so whoever did come up with this design, I think it's really cool. Thank you. I'd love to give you credit. If you happen to see this video, make a comment below, and I'll make sure to give you as much credit as I can on this design. It's cool. I really like it. But basically, it's a small blade for skinning little animals, or for cleaning or utility, carving, whatever. Just a nice little small knife, not for chopping or prying. So if you do win this knife, please don't use it as a lever or a screwdriver, because it will probably break. I'm going to make it fairly hard so that the blade will last a long time, not with the intention of carving or chopping. Chopping or prying with it, okay? So I'm going to make this little knife. I'm going to make, like I said, 3 or 4, whatever, 2, I don't know. But one of them is going to go to you guys. To win this knife, you can't just comment below, although you're going to have to do that. You are going to need to answer my question. I'm going to have 4 numbers in this video, and those 4 numbers are going to add up or divide up or multiply, divide, and add up or whatever to make the answer, okay? And you have to email me the answer at dirtyshopdiy at gmail.com. I'm going to try and write it across the screen in this vicinity, or I'll have a link below, of course. And then you have to email me the answer to my question and make a comment below. And if you get the right answer and you commented below, I will put those, I'll check them all, and then we'll put you in the hat for the drawing to win this knife. So pretty good odds you're going to win a knife. The last time I gave one of these away, there was only like 15 people anyways, and all you had to do then was comment below. So this time, you know, and I'm going to keep going until I have a few people that get the answer right. It's not really fun, you know, or maybe a month. You know, I'll give people a month. Hopefully a few people have gotten the answer right, but if you're the only one, you win. So makes it easier to win. But we are going to start out by using this saw blade as my knife material. I like these saw blades that have the teeth metal go all the way up. Don't use the ones that have the carbide little tips soldered on, the bimetal ones, because that means that the metal they use to make the blade is soft and only the tips are hard. And so hopefully, sometimes these are bimetal as well, so I will cut one out and test it before I get too carried away. But I have made knives out of this in the past. As you can see, I've chopped a chunk off of it. And one of the cool things I like about this blade is that it's actually tapered in thickness. It's thinner here than it is here. So the handle portion of the blade can be thicker, and the blade portion can be a little thinner, or vice versa, depending on how you want your blade to come out. And that's really cool. So whenever I see these old mill saw blades at yard sales or wherever, I always pick them up. And I've got a few of them laying around because they do make a fairly decent knife. It's not the best knife in the world, but they're usually some sort of high carbon steel, and they've come out pretty well for me in the past. So here we go. Alrighty, well, it's day 2 now of this project. I just started this pretty late. I only had about an hour yesterday to work on it, but I did get one knife basically done. It's not hardened yet, but it's basically done. I left this rust scaling on there. I don't know, let's see if we get the angle right, because I think it's kind of cool, but it does mean it probably will rust easier, such as life. The hardest thing when you're making a knife, to me, the hardest thing to do, besides get the second hardest thing to do, the first hardest is getting your temper right so that your blade is both hard but won't break. So that's a tough thing to do. But the second hardest thing to do in my mind is to get your grind line square. And so if you look at this, the grind line, or what I'm calling the grind line, is the top of where I've ground it, and it meets the original metal surface right here. So that's the grind line. And I like to do what's called a flat grind, where I keep the angle the same all the way down close to the edge, and then right at the edge I'll do a little slightly steeper finished grind on it to square that up. But getting those lines both to be nice and sharp and even, it's always been difficult for me. And you know, I built that big belt sander you saw earlier in the back, hoping that that would help, and it didn't. So it's just a matter of practice, practice, practice to get your grind right. But there's the first done one. Obviously, it came out considerably different than my model. I decided after I made the model that it was too long. You can actually get your whole hand in the gap, which I didn't like. So I made it slightly shorter. So this is going to be my new model, and I'm going to make a few more. And it came out really cool. I really like this blade. It's pretty solid. I put some notches there in the top. So yeah, pretty sweet. We're gonna make a few more of these. We'll go on and make some sheaths. Alrighty crew, that's 4 knives done. So this one, in this nice black sheath, I will be giving away to one of you guys out there, and all you have to do, find my numbers, put them together in the right way. It's going to be add, divide, subtract, times, something like that. But I will tell you that I put the numbers in the order in which you have to sequence them. So the first number, combine it with the next one some way, and then take that answer, combine it with the next number some way, and then combine it with the next one. So that way you guys will get the answer, because there's a lot of variables there, and I can understand how difficult it would be to find the answer. But make sure to email me that at dirtyshopdiy@gmail.com, and then tell me below that you answered my question, but don't put the answer down there, because I'll have to delete your post there, because I don't want other people to be able to just get it for free. That's no fun. But if you didn't catch those numbers, you're gonna have to go back and check. They were all in there. But this knife will be given away, and it's got this cool little sheath, and it's got a bottle opener on one side, and it's just stupid sharp. And remember, I made these a little bit hard on the harder side, so they're gonna be a little more brittle. They're gonna be brittle, and that way they hold their edge a little longer. You know, it's a trade-off between the two. I decided to go super hard because these are more of a skinning, cleaning knife, and not necessarily a chopping and prying type knife. So thank you all for watching. As usual, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully you'll see me next time on the Dirty Shop. Better angle? Ah, there we are. Maybe it's not a better angle. Wow.